What's up, my ninjas? I'm Strydent, and I'm kind of here with a little bit of a stuff video, so you can see what I got. The new Ninja Turtle movie is on its way out, but the figures are already hitting Walmarts. Now, the big thing for me is that I was not content with the Bebop and Rocksteady from the Nick series. I got Bebop, my wife got him for me for Christmas. If you notice, I haven't reviewed him yet because I'm kind of like, you know, it's a cool present, but this is not Bebop. That is Bebop. I mean, this is not a substantial figure. I mean, he's a skinny, he's kind of tall as far as these guys go because he can actually stand up straight. But, I mean, here he is next to a Ninja Turtle. He's kind of tall, but like, it's not Bebop, you know what I'm saying? This new movie, when I saw the designs for those guys, I was like, yep, that's gonna be what I'm gonna get. So I went with Little Strydent and we got a whole bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff. Now, the reason why I'm doing a video is because I've always had problems with these figures, but I have some serious problems with Casey Jones. My God. This is one of the worst figures I think I've ever seen. I mean, number one, his hockey stick is like made of rubber. I mean, what is this? Since when? I mean, I know kids are stupid, but seriously? You gotta, it can't even be stiff? Really? So forget that. Okay, let's talk about his articulation. There's no swivels anywhere, not even at the elbow, which is pretty lame. So he can't actually get into a hockey stance. I don't think he has, oh, he does have a waist swivel. So yeah, he can barely get into a hockey stance. Let's see if we can do this on camera so you guys can see and feel my pain. Casey Jones has been my favorite of the Ninja Turtle side characters since the first time I saw him in the 80s version when he was all psychopathic and had the Clint Eastwood kind of voice and, you know, the tight sweatpants and stuff. That's as good as it gets right there. That's it. You can't do any better. That's so lame. And then let's talk about his legs. Okay, so for a character who is pretty agile and some iterations does kung fu and all this other stuff, he has those horrible wide-jointed legs. So you can't pull his legs out without turning them first and then pulling them up, and that's it. So this is how you achieve the splits with him. But there's no swivels anywhere else. So if you wanted him to just do a kick, that's as good as it gets, and it looks stupid. That's what you get for Casey Jones. Okay, that sucks. You know what I mean? That really sucks. No swivels in the ankles, none in the thigh, nothing. Terrible, right? And it's funny because some of these other guys don't have it either, but they have swivels at the knee, and that helps make them more posable. Okay, and then the mask looks like you could take it off. You can't take the mask off. So he looks like a skinny-ass version of Rick from Splatterhouse. It's really bad. I mean, there's like no detail. A nice little wash, but he's not very detailed. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. I mean, I really expected, hopefully I can get this to be clearer. I mean, he looks like something out of Puppet Master or something. He just, they failed. So anyway, let's get him out of here. Stop wasting my time. I'll show off the other guys because they're quality. Krang. Now this is a strange Krang here because the one I had was the super tall one, you know? I think he was like 11 or 12 inches tall. And I found him, so I got him for free. And I had already had the Krang with the little walker. So that's what I grew up with. And I didn't know they ever made one that was 5 inches tall. So I learned about that, you know, in my older age. Now this one, when I saw him in the trailer, I was like, oh cool, we're gonna get a Krang and we'll probably get a larger one. I'm hoping we get like a 9 or 10 inch version of Krang. That would really make me happy. You'll see me singing Playmates praises if they do that. I will definitely shout from the rooftops that Playmates is the shit if they pull that off. But what's unique about him is Krang himself. I did not expect all of this. I really thought we were just gonna get like a standard, you know, figure, and we got all this. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, look at all that. It's nuts. I mean, look at the back. It's gross. And he's all smushy and stuff so that he can fit inside of the stomach cavity of this android. That's quality. So I don't have to break the bank and go get my first Gokin Krang because I have this one. He is kind of hollow. He's hollow on the inside, so bleh, that's kind of gross. But you know, you could put him on top of other people's heads and stuff. Maybe that's what Utroms do. That's pretty cool. And then, so like, you know, I was complaining about Casey Jones's articulation. So this figure is kind of weird, but like, so this side, you just have a bend at the elbow for his arm, and it's very stiff. And you have no swivels or anything. You don't even have universal joints for the shoulders. That's fine. But on this side, you don't have universal joints. You have a bend and a swivel. That makes sense. Then the same thing for the legs. So you have a swivel up here and you have a bend as well. Then in the legs, you still have wide jointed legs, you know what I mean? And they swivel up here once they're like that. So he could, theoretically, you could do a kick. But because at the knee, there's a swivel. I'm sorry for this lighting. I'm doing this real quick and on the fly. You could pose him and he could look like he's doing a proper kick. Why does Krang have this and Casey Jones doesn't have this? Even Bebop and Rocksteady have it because otherwise you couldn't properly put them on their bikes. What the hell, man? Like, that really bothers me because it means that they did a really cheap job on a character that's supposed to be really physical and, you know, able to kick and punch and do all that cool stuff. So yeah, no props to them for that. But I do like Krang, Bebop, and Rocksteady, and it's awesome because like the Shredder is garbage that goes to this line. I mean, it's worse than the first one because, you know, he's smaller and it looks like they just took one of the foot soldiers and tried to rework bits and pieces of him. And then the turtles themselves, they look a little bit better because they don't have as much crap on them, because like I've always said, it's terrible character design when you just slap all this crap on them. But you could put this Shredder and then you have a better, you know, group of bad guys to go with them. So you know, you have the full group, because Shredder has never really had an amazing figure except for the first Gokin Shredder, which, I mean, how many of us are really gonna put in $100 plus just for Shredder? You know what I mean? When freaking the turtles themselves, I mean, I'm sorry, Krang, that first Gokin did, cost like $200 or 100 and something bucks. Like, I'm not gonna spend that kind of money. So I'm gonna, you know, just be content with these guys. If they make a bigger version of Krang, I'll be really happy. I don't know. There's not too much else to say. I will go into some detail. This is my light review of these guys. Bebop and Rocksteady. This is the Warthog Trike and the Rhino Chopper. What I did was, instead of buying both versions of these guys, which at some point I might go back and buy each of them individually, I figured save some money and just buy them with their bikes, because the difference with the figures is that these ones come with helmets, as you can see up top, both of them. For Rocksteady, it makes sense because that's what his design was to begin with. He has a helmet on. For Bebop, I mean, it's just a little bit different, and they come with a little bit of extra weapons and stuff, but you still pretty much are getting the same figure with, you know, a different head. So for me, that's cool. And these bikes are cool. You know, I'm going to use these for Kamen Riders because that's what I do. But first, I'll probably play with them a little bit with Bebop and Rocksteady so they can, you know, get their havoc on. But yeah, I like that. I love the horn on the front of this bike. That's pretty dope. I'm telling you, Playmates, man, like, they never let their people down completely. You know what I mean? Like, some of their folks need to be slapped for crappy sculpts, you know, because I don't know what's going on with this. They need to get this shit out of here. I'm actually taking that shit right back to Walmart probably tonight. And I just finished opening these a couple hours ago. But yeah, they sometimes disappoint with sculpting, but the quality of the, you know, the ingenuity and the quality of some of the stuff that they give us, especially for kids, considering that, you know, kids want to have something to be involved with too, you just can't deny it. I mean, all of these figures, the regular figures were $8.99, and these with the vehicles were $20. I think they should have been like 15, but you know, I'm not complaining. But yeah, you know, that's just a quick look at these guys. I was a little bit disappointed with, I was super disappointed with Casey. This is a piece of crap. I mean, my God, there's dollar store figures that are better than this. So even for a side, like someone that's like a bystander, that's a crappy ass toy. My God, look at his head. I mean, the proportions are there. He's got very normal proportions, but like, even on the back of the box, they show like a ripped pants leg, and his helmet is dirty and stuff, and he's got, you know, scuffs on his jacket and whatnot. None of that is here. He's just generic as hell. He looks like those My Family figures that you get at Toys R Us with the grandma and the grandpa and the dad and the mom and the kid and the baby and the blah. That's what he looks like, and they just put one of these guys, this crazy mask on his head. It's just so bad. And lack of consistency with Krang. If he's gonna have a swivel on this side, he should have a swivel on this side. I know they're still of the school where you just do whatever you feel like doing for the figure, because sometimes they're sculpted in a semi-pose, kind of like the way Shredder is here. That leg can't this leg right here can't straighten up. But still, you know what I mean? Bless you. They need to do better. Like, and he needed to be bigger. Bless you. They needed to make this guy at least, you know, 10 inches or something like that. You know, 8 to 10 inches. He could still fit in the blister card, and he would look better next to these guys instead of being the same size. Because clearly in the trailer, Krang is huge. Or, you know, his android body is pretty damn huge. It should be taller than Shredder. So, bless you. Good Lord, what are you sneezing so much for? But yeah, they're I'm not impressed. But anyway, this was just a quick look at these guys. Let me move Shredder out the way and put terrible ass Casey Jones back. They're all in stores now. All 4 turtles are. Leo and Raph have bikes. This is Bebop and Rocksteady with their bikes. And then they have the individual Bebop and Rocksteady, as well as the Shredder, Foot Clan, or Foot Soldier, and Krang, and this lame ass Casey Jones. My God, it's so lame. It hurts me to put this guy in this video, but just letting you know, crappy figure. I mean, oh, Lord have mercy. Like, that's the kind of stuff right there that causes problems. Like, really? You couldn't find better PVC or something, or ABS to just, really? Seriously. Like, I'm not putting any effort. This is just me touching this thing. It's like a pickle. Like, that's not even cool. Flaccid. Anyway, that's it for me. You guys have been great. I will catch you on the next video. Peace outside. Mm-hmm.